Good morning. Good morning. Hey, we're matching. Look at this today. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. We are here
Yes,
to
mostly.
work out. Kettlebell. How did you sleep last night, everybody? David's got a crooked neck
Yes.
a little bit.
Woke up. It's one of the most dangerous things we do, sleep.
Sleeping, because we don't know what we're doing. We just
Yeah.
roll over and...
When I was a therapist, people would come to me all the time and they'd be like, hardly able to walk. I'm like, what did you do? Like, I don't know. I woke up this way.
I slept. And I found myself, I have woken up in weird positions. Like lately I've been waking up with both of my arms up like this over my head. Like,
oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
For long periods of time. And I think what's happening is because I've been working my shoulders good, I'm able to actually do that. And it's a comfortable position for me.
There you go.
Which beforehand it was not. So that's what that is. So on the intro, when I typed in, I put your vibe is your tribe is your vibe. And what I mean by that is the people that we spend time with is important to your journey and how you get to your goals. So if you're spending time with people that are, I don't know, always grumpy, in a bad mood, see the worst in things, always bitching, that's what you're going to get. That's the vibe that you're going to get into your life. If you're with people, or if your tribe are people that are caring, helpful, forward thinking, always see the best in things, know that they're courageous, they do things, they think outside the box, they take risks, they go and do the things that they want to do in their lives, then that's what the vibe that you're going to get in your life. And it's true, because we have our friends, the people that we spend time with, that we talk to on a regular basis, that we follow, that we watch, that we visit, are all people that are living their best lives. People that take chances, take risks, do things out of the box, because that's what they want to do in their heart. As an example, our friends Luke and Luella, who I admire greatly, they just sold everything. They lived in Canada, sold all of their stuff, and moved to Mexico. Now, mind you, she's pregnant and they have a 3-year-old. So they literally moved to Mexico, and they've been down there probably 6 or 8 weeks, 6 weeks. And and they are kicking ass. But it was such a courageous thing to do, because they didn't know what they were going to meet up with down there, right? But they're in a fantastic place. Has it been a struggle? Absolutely. Has it been worth it? Absolutely. But these are the kind of people that we like to hang out with, people that are doing these things that are outside the box, that they don't sit there and say, oh, I would really like to do this, but they're like, I really would like to do this, so this is what we're going to do. And they make a plan and they do it. And so your tribe, your people that you hang out with, that you spend time with, that you listen to, that you talk to, it is your vibe. That's the vibe that you're going to get in your life. So you make the decision of who you want to be with. It's your choice, because
it's going to be a reflection of you.
Yeah, it's your life. Be
a reflection of them.
It's a choice. It's your life. You live your life. And that includes family. That includes family. You don't have to hang around family because they're family. And so that's just my thing there. Doesn't mean you don't love them, but it does reflect on your own life as to what you're doing for goals. So anyway, we are here with the most wonderful trainer, David Hills.
Oh, thank you.
He is a kettlebell trainer, RKC certified kettlebell trainer. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to the human body, kettlebell training, Tai Chi, karate, all kinds of stuff. Actually, massage.
Well, it's true. I mean, martial arts, I spent my life studying martial arts, and, you learn both sides of the coin there. You learn how to damage the human body, but you also learn how to fix it. And, because you end up having to fix each other from training all the time.
Well,
so over the years, you learn a great deal about how to not get hurt, and how to fix yourself once you get hurt.
So we're going to do a little bit of a warm up, as we always do every morning, and then we're going to build our bodies, gain some strength, mobility, flexibility.
Today's lesson will be specifically geared for softening up your neck if you slept on it wrong.
We are so happy to have you here with us. I like that we're matching today.
Ah, yes.
When we get red lights, this is our power color. We get Bugaboo's like going. I'm gonna show you guys. Can I just show? So I'll see if you can see her. There she is. Whoops. She's in her bed. There we go. Say hi, Bugsy. She's watching us from her.
All right, everybody.
Let's go. Let's get warmed up. Get our bodies going. And I'm just doing some hops. Shoulders dropping down. Oh, I bet that feels good this morning for your neck. How did you guys sleep last night? You ever wake up and you're like injured from sleeping? It happens. It happens. The other part about sleeping is getting enough sleep. Do you feel you get enough sleep? And do you have a good mattress? So important. I spent a lot of money on a mattress. Well, I bought a good mattress, and I've never regretted it. I remember back in the days when I was in my younger years, and I would just sleep on anything. You know what I mean? A mattress.
That probably didn't come out the way intended.
Well, it's not that kind of a show. We always say that. But it does make a difference. So do you have a good mattress? Are you going to bed at a good hour? Do you sleep well? Really, really important stuff. And working out on a regular basis will help you sleep.
Yes, it will.
It'll help you sleep at night because you're on a schedule. We go to bed right around 9:30 lately because we've been watching
Game of
Thrones, and we can't just watch one episode. It's always the catch episode, like
the cliffhanger.
Yeah, it's like you have to watch another one. So we've been going to bed at 9:30, which is kind of late for us because I get up at 4:30. But anyway, sleep is important because it's the time that your body is repaired. Unless you're sleeping like David and then you injure it and then you're not repaired. But no. And we're just doing some neck rotation, side to side, just gently. You don't want to really pull on your neck. We're just warming things up, warming up the cells in our body, the muscles, the structure, and then we're doing some shoulder rolls. All the way back. Get a nice good stretch here. Getting the synovial fluid going in our shoulders so they don't get injured when we're throwing that cannonball up over our heads. That feels good. Oh, the other thing about warming up is you can feel particular parts of your body, how you're feeling. Like I just felt a twinge in my back here. Is there anything there? No, right there.
Yeah.
It's not painful. It just is kind of a twinge, like hello. So doing the warm-ups gives you an idea of where you are in your body, whether or not you have to take care of a particular part, or it just makes you aware. We don't listen to our bodies enough. Bodies tell us things all the time. You're thirsty, you're hungry, you're sleepy, you're energetic, you're sore, your muscles are tight, or all kinds of things. Tummy ache, knee rolls, and you can incorporate your ankles with this. kind of get a nice circular motion going here, just warming things up. Stretch my arms overhead because it just feels good.
There you go. So I am going to actually go down to a very
Okie dokie.
and see how things go because this is not really
Bugsy's on the couch, like doing her.
All right.
She's doing.
So let's put the kettlebell down between our feet. Sit back into your hips. Grab the handle of the bell. And keep it on the floor and pull yourself down, stretching your glutes. Back until your arms are straight. Seat the shoulders. Get your butt low and lift, pushing your hips forward. This is probably bad.
Well, you can always just be my instructor.
I think I'm going to do that.
And so that this is a great example of feeling your body and knowing where you're at and whether or not you should push or not.
Right. So when I pick up the weight, I'm feeling a little pinch in my shoulder or in my neck back here. And yeah, I don't want to exacerbate the injury. So we'll do some later after this is resolved. So let's start with 20 swings to fully warm up.
Okay. In the middle of the lights here. Just
Leading with the hips. All right, so let's work our legs. We're going to actually work on the bottom. So bring your elbow to the rack position. Closer. You're going to come up on the balls of your feet as high as you can. Work on the range of motion. Yeah, exactly. Good. Your left leg is locking out a little bit. Exhale. You can feel the left foot fully locked. There, now they're both locking. Now, what I want you to notice is that you are coming up, and this one is kind of doing a weird turn at the top. A little
which
bit.
is which side?
Your left foot. So let me show you what I'm talking about. You're coming up like this, and then this one is kind of kicking off to the side.
So I wonder if I'm double jointed there. I'm double jointed.
Well, double jointed, when people say that, what they really mean is a lot of times there is just not a lot of connective tissue in a certain joint, and it allows the joint to move more fully. And so essentially what happens here, right? You're coming up, and then this is kicking off to the side.
Yeah.
Just focus on bringing yourself straight up and don't allow that little kicking off to the side.
What's interesting is that I never even noticed that was happening.
Of course not. But you'll feel it now that I've pointed it out. You'll feel it. So point that one a little more to the front. Yeah.
That's how it comes up, though.
That's okay. It's okay. Because now that you're aware of it, you'll be able to make minor there. Yeah. Feel how you have to really focus on it.
Well, you know what the difference is I'm actually using my toes.
Yes.
Instead of my foot.
Yeah.
So that's
you're gripping with your toes.
Right. Whereas before I was coming up and using
the ball.
Yeah.
That's right.
So and also I've had surgery on both of my big toes.
Yep.
Which has the movement. So like it's hard for me to see. I can't grip my toes here. See how
Mhm.
that toe is
Yep.
funny? So that makes a difference too, because the strength in my big toes is different than
Mhm.
because of the surgery.
Absolutely.
But anyway,
Absolutely. Okay, so bring it up into the other hand now. Let me just make an adjustment. Hand, loosen your grip. That's okay.
I felt it.
Good. You can't fix it until you can feel it. So once you feel it, yeah.
I don't know how many I've done.
That's okay. Sit down. Okay. So now, what I'd like you to do is this. Sink down on one leg and reach this foot out as far as you can. Now wait a minute. Hold on. Don't bend over. Think straight down.
How far apart do my feet need to be?
About as wide as your shoulders is fine. Perfect. Place the toe. And you're now shift your weight. Good. Now here's what I want you to do. Pick up the back knee. Pick up the back heel. Put this foot back just a hair. And this one, your foot's pointed straight ahead. Now, drop that knee down to the ground. All the way down to the ground. Such that your knee is lined up pretty much on this line with your heel. Good. Now, rise. Straight down. Right. Come back up. Now, what I want you to think of is this. Watch me for a minute. You're going to come down. Don't let this happen. Yes. Feel that? Right. That's the lunge I want you to work on.
Okay. Good. Put some weight in there. And it goes in this hand?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
Right. Think of a straight line from your knee to shoulder here. Yeah. That's different, isn't it? Beautiful. 3 more. 1, 2. Now switch feet. Let's do without the kettlebell first. So
I'm just going to place them here.
no, bring the foot back. Push the hip forward. Yes. Now.
So here's my question. This knee juts over my ankle.
That's okay.
Okay. Because I've always,
we
in my training, that's like a big no-no. So, like I've always been trained that your knee does not come over your ankle.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's different for me. Okay.
All right, you ready? Bring your foot in just a little bit more. Nice.
Maybe we do I?
Just 2 more. 1 more. Good. Feet together and put it down.
That was hard.
Yeah, it is. It is. So there's a big tendency, and this is what we're trying to isolate, is this movement. A lot of times people will do this as they come down.
Right.
This is what you want to avoid, right? You want to think, of that knee coming straight down and a line from the knee to the shoulder.
Okay. And I
Like
see
this.
why, because it's the stability of the energy coming down through the shoulder all the way down to the knee to the floor.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And it's funny because there's a lot of different things, even with a simple movement like that, there's a lot of different things going on. And if you don't think about the right thing, you might have all these certain details correct, but the main issue is incorrect.
So when I do that, if you guys try this out there, when I do that, I have to grip my toes, and I also have to put pressure on the ball of my other foot. So at the same time, which then as I rise, in order to do this straight, I have to have the power of the floor to lift me up with my toes and my ball of my foot.
Yeah. You start thinking about the lift as pressure into the ground,
right,
through your frame.
Correct. And then this has to be solid too, because it's holding this up. And you have to have balance up on the top as well. So
quite a lot going on.
Yeah, it's interesting.
All right. So let's grab the kettlebell.
And what are we doing?
And let's just swing to the rack and hold for a moment. Good. Now, this position, right? Here's what I want you to do. You've got the kettlebell in the rack position. I want you to tighten up your core like someone's going to punch you in the stomach. Good. Pull your knees a little bit towards each other. Right? Don't actually move them. Just put pressure so that you've got a little inward pressure on both of your legs. Feel how that stabilizes your whole lower body?
Yep.
Right? So do that again. You're going to knees in, glutes forward, right? Core fired, shoulders seated, elbows in, right? This is basically the warrior position, right? It's like you're braced for impact, right? Like you're ready to fight. That's how I want you to feel when you get to the top with your swing to the rack. So you're going to go, right? Exactly. Grab your kettlebell and do 10 swings to the rack. 10 swings to the rack each time. And I want you to pause for a moment and feel as if you're one solid column of muscle all the way to the ground. So you can feel that little dip?
Yep. Take
that out of there. Make it small. Yeah. Beautiful. Good. Change hands. So you've got a little softening in your knees.
Well, because that's what you do.
Well, let me show you. So at first, when you first learn that swing to the rack, here's what happens. It goes bam, and it crashes into you. People get a bruise on their wrist, and it's a very weird, uncomfortable feeling. As you get better at it, you'll make a little, you'll kind of catch it softly, right? And so people will kind of do that, and there's a little bit of a, and that teaches you how to match the movement of the bell and softly catch it. Now, once you've got that, kind of go back to the first way to do it. And make that little catch small. So it looks like this. It's a little bit of a, right? So I'm going to catch it softly, but in a frame.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just to the other end. Yeah. Make it soft.
Right? Make what soft?
So make the catching of it a little soft. It's still crashing a little bit. So
I'm gonna make it soft. Swing it.
you're doing fine. Two more.
I don't know how to make it soft.
That's okay. It's just a matter of thinking about making it soft. At first, you'd be like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It takes a little bit of time. Right? So give yourself time, cut yourself slack, so that over time you'll now knowing that we're looking for something slightly different. You just have to feel the whole process until you can feel what it is we're talking about. It's just like everything else.
Right.
First you have to say, okay, it's like anything in life. We're creatures of habit. So at first we're going to do it the way we used to, right? And now you're looking for something a little different. That was really good.
So crashing. I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Good. Well, that's good. That wasn't bad. Set it down. So
I mean,
kettlebell
hurt me because
I understand.
I'm all getting deaf and I'm not used to it. So.
Kettlebell training is really a education in what parts of your body to make solid and what parts of your body to move at the same time. And a lot of times in the beginning, you'll have the movement correct, but you're not stabilizing your ankles. Or you'll have everything about the movement correct, but you're not stabilizing your wrist. Or sometimes people have everything right, but they'll come up and they'll have like their head cocked to the side when they're doing it because they're not aware of what's happening.
Or like when I was coming up with my foot.
Just like when you're, so that you would have continued to do that forever.
Right. Because I didn't feel it.
Because you didn't feel it. Now that you are aware of it, you'll still do it, but you'll be aware you're doing it.
I'm like, hey.
If you're conscious of it, you'll be able to do it correct. Do it enough times consciously correct, and you'll do it unconsciously correct. Yeah. This is the way all of this training works. It's kind of tough, but it is. All right, you ready for something hard workout?
Like what?
You're gonna do. Oh wow, it's a pretty late.
Yeah.
Let's do 100 swings.
Wow.
100 swings. Pick your bell. This is a 16. You want to do the 16?
Sure.
All right. Let's count. Wow. 10. 15. 20. 25. 30. Looking good. 40. 50. 60. Fabulous. 70. 80. 86. 90. 10 to go. 1. 2. 3. 4. 6. 7. 8. 9. 100.
Holy fuck.
Nice. Nice. A lot, isn't it?
That was hard. Wow. Oh,
Craig, Kyle, Les, how are you guys?
gosh darn, that was tough.
Julie, Don,
Uh,
Albert, Pamela. Nice.
all right.
It's a Gracie thing. Oh, no way. That's Tanya Gracie. As in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Gracie.
Thanks, guys, for joining us this morning. It is Friday. I hope you enjoy your day and your weekend, or the weekend is upon us. Make it a great weekend. You're in control of your life. You're the creator of your own life. And don't forget, take a look around you. Who do you hang out with? Who do you spend time with? What are they saying? How do they live their lives? Is that what you want to do? Do you want to be around those people? Or do you want to select a new tribe, or are you all set? Whew, wow, that was tough. That was hard. Something like this really develops persistence, dedication, helps you overcome what you're thinking in your mind. Yeah. Because I was thinking at 50.
I saw it.
I was like, holy shit. I'm only halfway. I have 50 more. And you have to like get that out of your head. There was no reason why I couldn't continue. I wasn't injured. I wasn't, totally dead tired. I still had energy left, and there was no reason why I couldn't finish. But a lot of times we listen to what our head is saying, and then we end up quitting. So I had to overcome that in order to continue to 100. It was not easy. But once you do that with this kind of work, then you do that in the rest of your life. This is how you train your mind, your body and your mind to be consistent, dedicated, persistent, all of that stuff. So it's good stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday morning, 6 a.m.